Happy birthday to you. 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 Happy birthday. Ooh. Guys, this is going to be very celebratory, man. So I'm just warning you now that we are going to go down. We've got the meal. It's real. We're gonna ride. Look, man. Those prospects, I didn't think they'll do it. I didn't think they'd do it. Football lives. I didn't think they had it in them. Reverse psychology? No. But it's real. It is real. It is fully real. Those prospects just went ahead to go into Turin and did the deed. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to So, what do we have here? We've got some pita bread. We've got olives. Olives are good. We've got pizza bread. We've got olives. Oh, no, wait. Let's no. Don't hide it. Don't hide that. Let's put this up here properly. There we go. Got the malt. Got olives. Got pizza bread. We're gonna go in. Guys, grab and press pause. Now, I'm being very serious right now, guys. I'm being very serious. Don't you dare watch this video without having a meal and a drink. Don't. I don't care. Grab one, grab something. Don't watch my video without a meal and a drink. Both. Because we're going to go in. We're going to... Guys... They even put garlic in here, man. Let's check this out. Not bad. Good. Cheers. There's nothing like an ice cold super malt, man. Football. What does football mean? We're gonna start. What does football mean? What does the purity of football mean? And how is that connected to football? So how is that connected to Ajax? Football. The purity of football. I've always felt that the money of club football would be too strong. That no matter how well you play, pedigree in these things, experience, and money will win through. we must not underestimate what Ajax just did. We can't. We can't. And Juventus know deep down that this was a huge, huge L. A massive L. Where do we start? Okay, before we start about going into the match, let's just get the obvious stuff out of the way. I don't need to put in... I actually deserve a half apology from me. A half one. The one reason why I shouldn't give an apology is because I did it. I used reverse psychology. Oops. I used reverse psychology. I had to get him out of there. I'm not going to tell you who he is. I could not allow him to get his hands on that Champions League. I couldn't. For the sake of my channel and for the sake of my sanity, I couldn't allow him. So I used one of my strongest juju powers to stop him from doing it. And people who don't believe in juju, bro, you'll be the victim. So my advice to you is, juju is real. You best believe in it, because if it comes and gets you, just remember who warned you. But the reason why I should give an apology is because, my goodness in heaven, what an incredible performance. What an incredible performance away from home. If you love football, you have to look at what Ajax did and be like, you know what? That's amazing. That is truly, truly amazing to do that away from home. To play like that away from home is truly superbly amazing. But I think before we go into the details of the game, this recalls back to a hangout. I can't remember when it was. And Juju Man said that defenders are not, it's all about attackers. Defenders don't make as much of a difference as attackers do, because attackers score the goals, they're the ones that win the games, and defenders, yeah, you know what, they're not as influential as attackers. First of all, we've seen the influence of Van Dijk on Liverpool, which has been absolutely outstanding. 1000% Juventus missed Giorgio today. 1000%. Bonucci isn't the same defender that he was years ago. And the leadership of Giorgio, they missed him. They missed him. 1000%. I truly believe that if Giorgio was playing, Juventus don't concede 2 goals. Maybe they concede the 1, they don't concede the 2 goals. They don't. Because Giorgio's reading of the game, his defensive IQ is easily the best in Juve's team, and he's the leader of that defense. Juventus do not have a leader in that defense. So that just goes to show you just the influence of what a defender has. And remember, the Juventus Real Madrid second leg I believe it was last season, where Sergio Ramos was missing for the second leg, which we saw how Varane struggled without the leadership of Sergio Ramos. Do not underestimate the influence that the defenders have. Every player in football is influential. This isn't just about the attackers and goal scorers. Football is played as a team, and I'll keep on preaching that this is a team game where everybody is important. But put that to one side, because Juventus dare not use that as an excuse. They dare not use that as an excuse. Honestly speaking, remove reverse psychology out of the way. Honestly speaking, I felt that Ajax had a chance, but Cristiano would be the difference maker. And as the match was going on, this is why what is so amazing, because I said I've seen this story before. Ajax will play well, they'll have chances, they look good, but they'll fail to capitalize, and the events will just come with that sucker punch. And people just talk about, man, Ajax, they played so well. Did it deserve to lose? Did it deserve to lose? But it's like, well, who cares about deserve? Did you win or did you lose? So, and I've seen that story play out so many times where the underdog team plays so well, they pass the ball so well, but at the end of the day, the scoreline says the team that didn't play well, they won. I don't want to play well and lose. I want to play like utter crap and win. I only care about winning. Winning is all that matters. So that is what feared me. That's what scared me, that, you know what, Ajax will play this well, have all these chances, and it will come back to haunt them. So let's get into the game. And let's look at Allegri's psyche. Allegri, from the second half of the first leg, he knew that, okay, these guys could be a problem if we allow them to play. If we allow them to play, these guys could be a problem. And I think Allegri knew that we have to consider these guys are just technically very good on the ball. But as long as we keep things firm defensively, we should be all right. Hence why Giorgio was such a massive dent in what Allegri's plan was. I think Allegri's plan was, let these guys play, do whatever they want, we'll just counter them. We'll soak up the pressure because we feel like we can hold firm because we understand their passing and their movements and their patterns. We'll hold firm. And I'll come to the kind of, based on Ajax's play, the kind of goal that they scored that ended up being the winning goal, which wasn't a kind of total football goal. So I think that was what Allegri's plan was, you know. And of course, he just believed that, you know, with Cristiano in there, he could do something. Dybala's done. He's tier 3. I don't know whether it's an injury, it's something mental, something, tier 3. I don't know. This guy has lost his mojo. 100%. This guy has totally and utterly lost his mojo. He's gone. He's not the same dude that he was. So I think that was what Allegri's plan was. Like, look, man, we're going to just ride. We're going to ride the wave and allow these prospects to do whatever the hell that they wanted to do. See, when that first goal went in, I was like, this is it. Like, when Juve scored that first goal, I was like, what is can Ajax respond? Because Ajax were still playing well, they were getting on the ball and they were feeling their way into the game. I think that may have been Juve's mistake. I think that Allegri's mistake was allowing Ajax to play, because I think he had a choice. We allow them to play, we sit back, soak up the pressure, and we counter, or screw them. We're at home, this is our stadium, we will control the texture of the game, we will slow it down, and we will have much more of the possession and try to overwhelm them and suffocate them by holding onto the ball. He chose the former, and in hindsight, looking at this, I think it was the bad move from Allegri. So the key thing that when that goal went in, I actually look, man, it's the score. But the thing is that could they react? And when they scored and they equalized, I think that shocked Juventus, because because the key thing was the timing. You see, if Ajax had equalized, let's say 75th minute, Juve would be like, you know what, all right, it's fine, maybe we can hold. But the fact that Ajax equalized so quickly, pretty quickly, from when Juve scored, it was a mental statement that Ajax made, because Ajax said to Juventus that we're here for war. We're here to step to you. And we're trying to get you out of here. We're trying to get you guys out of here. So at this point in the time, you know, see, this was where Allegri's plan. This is where both managers' plans was, they put it all on the table. Ajax, boom, this is our game. They're allowing us to play a game. We will play a game. We will control the texture of the game, and we're going to deal with the counters whenever they come. But we are going to push up, and try to control the game. Juve was like, we are Italian. We're going to take it old school Catenaccio. We're going to suppress, hit it on the counter. We're trying to get that ball to Cristiano for Cristiano to score. Allegri, bro, there's only so much Cristiano can do. I mean, homeboy already scored a hat-trick to help you past Atletico. The guy scored in the first leg, scored in the second leg. I mean, my God, how many goals do you want this guy to score? How many guys do you want this guy to score? And I think, because I talked about how Zad is a one-man army for Chelsea. I mean, what Cristiano is doing for Juventus, a much bigger team, a bigger profile. It's offensive how much Juve are relying on this guy for his G's. So I think that so coming into the second half, Ajax were completely, totally all over them. And the strange thing was, it's exactly how the first leg went. In the first leg, in the first half, it was like Ajax feeling themselves out, passing the ball around, but Juve getting the better of the chance and Juve really countering. And in the second half, Ajax just totally took over the game and really pushed up further, and Juve just went back and back. But I understand that's happening. I understand happening in the first leg. That can't happen when you're at the crib. For Juve, you can't allow Ajax the way I cannot remember. I'll do that. I cannot remember Juventus being dominated to such an extent at their crib. Never. This is including Turin and the Del Alpi, where in that second half, Ajax were all over Juventus. All over there. Just chance after chance, breaking lines, going forward. But as I was watching, because remember, I was watching this and I was watching the Barca game as well, I was like, are they going to open up? Will they get that G? And the kind of chances they were making, because these guys were literally, I mean, Van de Beek and David Neres, they were literally, and Tadic, they were literally getting right in there. Zich as well. Szczesny had to make crazy saves, missing by inches, but these guys were really getting right up into Juve's group, but Juve were holding firm, they were holding firm. And I think, if for Allegri, this game is getting away from us right now, and we are living dangerously. But I still felt that, I think Larry deep down still felt, I trust in the experience of my team. A moment will come. Let's hold firm. Again, this was his risk. We'll hold firm. That moment is going to come, and we just have to take that moment. But I think Larry said, I've seen this before. We will hold firm. They will not breach us. Let them keep coming. We will catch them on the break, and we will get that G. And then the corner. I'm not even Delite's. I want to take Delite's goal away. Let's take Delite's goal away. Delite's defensive performance has to be one of the best defensive performances I've ever seen in a game. I think it's probably ranked to be on the same level as what Cannavaro did in that game against Germany. I think that might be probably one of the best I've seen, what Cannavaro did against Germany and what Baresi did against Brazil in 94. But because the thing about I put Delite up there is that Homeboy is 19. Homeboy is 19. For defenders, a peak for a defender is 30, 31. Really, like 29, 30, 31. At 31, 32 is when you're really reaching a peak as a defender, because defending is this. It's an old man's game. It ain't for young bucks. It ain't for young bucks because you're a philosopher. Like some of the smartest people and some of the best managers are defenders. You know, it's really about your smarts. So for Delite to hold the fort so well, this guy's tackling, his reading of the game, his blocking, his positioning, how he was able to just snuff out danger and just really hold that thing breach. I mean, quality. The only slip up we had was for the Cristiano G. The only slip up we had was for that Cristiano G. But just to cap it off, and it's so ironic that that's the goal that Ajax scored. The goal that Ajax scored came from a corner and just a power header in. A full-on power header in. And when Ajax scored that, bro. When Ajax scored that, I'm gonna post my reaction. I think I probably broke a few of my vocal cords there. I probably did. When he scored that, I was like, wow. These guys are winning. These guys are winning, and now Juve had to score too. So at this moment in time, everything switched. Everything switched. Because the issue that Juventus had now was attack is the best form of the defense. So Juve were like, as much as we attack these guys are going to keep on coming back at us. They're going to keep on coming back at us. So while we need 2 goals and we need to be desperate, these guys can easily score. And credit to, and this is why I think what's the manager's name? Ten Hag or something. Most teams this young, let's sit back, let's defend men behind the ball. But because these guys are so psychotic, because these prospects are so psychotic, homeboys kept on attacking and attacking and attacking. When Ziyech scored that G, I screamed, but obviously it was offside. And when they showed the VAR, it was offside. But I think the most shocking thing was, I think Juventus, they met their match. They met their match. And I'm not going to say that Juventus underestimated them, but I just think that when Ajax scored that second goal to make it 2-1, psychologically, Juventus don't know how to react from that. Because you see, the Atletico game, Juve had 90 minutes to ride. And the thing that Atletico didn't do is that you can't come and just defend for 90 minutes. No. Which is what Ajax did was brilliant, where that saying is true. Attack is the best form of defense. Because yes, you hold your form and defending, but trust in your defenders, because by attacking, that team now, basically by attacking, you're protecting your defenders. By attacking, you are defending, because by attacking, you're forcing the opposition to now go back and defend, because for Juventus, they're like, my God, these guys aren't sitting back. Because I think Juve assumed now, okay, sits back, let's not break these guys down. But every time Juve did get the chance, Ajax had guys that were attacking back all the way, because the Ajax players said, no, we believe in our defenders. We believe in the elites. We believe in our captain. The elites chill. And the elite said, guys, get the hell away from this place. Get your ass up here. I'm cool. This right here, we're good. We're good. Get up there, do your thing. And that's what they did. So Juventus were like, whoa, they're not sitting back. They're not sitting back. They're attacking us. They're coming at us. They're coming for a blood. They're coming to hit us. They're coming to hit us. So I honestly believe that Juve were going to get that G. And I think that for Juve, it was all about route one. And you could see that as time was going, it just became desperate. Obviously, Moise Kean was there, Cristiano was there, and they were both trying to combine. Moise Kean also had like a close chance with his interplay with Cristiano. And you could even see from Cristiano, in his mind, he was like, no way. Because I really believe that Juve thought that they would do the... Let's be real. Okay, I'll talk about the overall thing. But I think, obviously, there was that penalty claim. Again, Villa brushed his chest and so forth. And yeah, I just feel that once that referee blew the whistle, football won. Ajax didn't win the game. Football won the game. Which is why this victory for Ajax is so important. And even now, as I say to myself, because again, look, credit to everybody who believed that Ajax were going to do this. Credits to them. Honestly speaking, as a reverse psychology aside, in my mind, I was like, are Juve really going to lose? Because let's just put it all into context. 1-1, first leg, Juve have the away goal. The second leg is in Turin. The second leg is at their crib. And who talks about the Dutch league? And Real Madrid is one, but Real Madrid are trash. Juve is supposed to be a much more defensive team, which is what makes this team so incredible. You saw what they did to Real Madrid, and also what they did to Juventus. Like, we cannot underestimate how huge an L this is for Juventus. This is a huge L. It's a huge L. Because when we look at it in context, you went out of the Champions League against a bunch of youthful prospects at your crib. You lost the game. It's one thing it was 2-2. You lost the game. They came and they beat you. They came and they beat you. That's an L. I'm sorry, I don't know what other way to put it. That's an L. That's an L. But the reason why I just say football won is Ajax. The thing that was just so amazing is Ajax maintained they never. Okay, let me track back. Remember what I said in my preview? Don't go out like chumps. Don't go out like chumps. If you're gonna go out playing your way. Don't go out second guessing. Don't go out second guessing. Don't do it. And credit to Ajax. From the first minutes in the first leg, so that when the referee blew the whistle in the second leg, they maintained 1000% their philosophy. We will pass the ball, we will pass and move, we will always go forward, and we will continually look to pass the ball into feet. That ball is not going to go high, we're not going to go long ball. We will not be fearful and have men behind the ball. You understand? No, for me, the key moment in this game, was when Ajax scored the second goal. Was what do you do now? It could be very simple for the manager to be like, let's sit back and defend. The key moment was how would they react when they went 2-1 up. Most teams, especially a team this young and this inexperienced away from home, let's sit back, let's just defend. But in their mind was like, if we lose, we will lose playing our way. 2-1 up, cool. Let's try and get the third. Let's try and get the fourth. That's crazy. And I just believe that psychology messed with you, because Juve were like, all right, sit back. Let's not get this 2 goals when they sit back. But what? They want more? You're winning 2-1. Stay back. Let's get this 2 G's and let's just no. They want more. Greed. So context. What does this mean in bigger context? For Juventus, who is to blame? Who is to blame? You see, it's very... See, for Juventus, I wouldn't use the... I wouldn't use the whole Serie A thing. Okay, Serie A and everything. I mean, but would you say within the context of this game, who would I say is to blame? I believe that it's a combination of Allegri and the defense. You can't put it solely on Allegri. That's unfair. Allegri should shoulder some blame, because I felt that Juventus should have kept the ball better and offered much more offensive. But I think the key thing was they needed to keep the ball better. I think it is disgraceful allowing your opposition to have that much of the ball. You can't have that. You can't have that. That's offensive. That is completely and utterly offensive. But you have to look at the defense. Bonucci, I believe you have the captain's armband. Bro, those 2 goals should have been avoided. Those were 2 avoidable goals. But beyond those 2 goals, that defense was getting opened the hell up. They were opening that flipping defense like 3 cactuses from Jupiter. So we can't blame it on Allegri. There were individually poor defensive performances from Juventus. And I think the ease with which Ajax cut through Juve's midfield, the ease with which they got into great positions, I think for Juve it wasn't one of their best defensive nights. For a team known as the defense, it wasn't one of their best defensive nights. It wasn't one of their best defensive nights. So for Juventus, I just think that, look, you have a super goal scorer in a Cristiano, who I believe is still going to be stronger and tough next season. You have to. Maybe Rams is going to help, but I just think that more quality is needed, especially offensively. Well, speaking of which, where was Douglas Costa and Cuadrado? Was Costa playing? Again, I can't remember whether he was playing. But definitely, there needs to be more quality surrounded by Cristiano. I think that you can't have a situation where a guy is having to score these many goals. You can't have that situation. And again, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think Mandzukic was playing. I keep telling people, Mandzukic is hugely, hugely, hugely important for Juventus in a structural sense. But as far as Ajax go, man, I have to apologize. Wow. Like, why does this mean so much to me? Why does this mean so much to me? Yeah, okay, I didn't want to win and everything. The ethos of club football, I think, is poisoned. No parity. Very few teams coming in. And as I said, okay, Man City, Juventus, the big known clubs, Liverpool, Barcelona, the big known clubs. I'm like, what about Ajax? Speaking of which, it's a good thing I remembered. Before the game, I follow Kanu Wankwo on Instagram. And Kanu Wankwo actually posted a video of the 96 Champions League final between Ajax and Juventus, and he was just doing it to G up the team. So obviously, I'm not checked. I cannot wait to go on Instagram, basically because I follow Davids and I follow Kanu Wankwo. So I want to know what Davids and Kanu Wankwo are pretty much going to say to react, because they're definitely evoking the spirit of 95. And the reason why I love this is the manner in which they did it. It won't always happen. That's why we have to cherish these moments. We have to cherish these moments. Because again, I didn't feel like a team who plays beautiful, attractive football would win. Especially in these circumstances. Juventus, big, huge team, hugely experienced players, one of the biggest goal-scoring freaks of all time at their crib. I didn't think it was going to happen, but the fact that they maintained their philosophy, which is amazing to watch, some superb, amazing individual players, and were able to come to Turin's crib and play the way they wanted to play and beat them. That's the beauty of this baby. They played that way, fully pure, attractive, lovely, sexy football, and they won the game. These perfect things don't normally happen. Maybe happy endings don't always happen. They don't always happen. On a very real equation, they do. I didn't think it was going to happen. So I apologize. Triple spaced. Quadruple spaced. I do. You know? They won't win it. That would be too much. But the fact that these guys... See, this is what I love. I'm tired of seeing the same freaking teams in the last four every single time. These guys knocked out Real Madrid and Juventus and have made the top four. Like 100%, Ajax have lit a spark in this Champions League. They have lit a spark in this Champions League. They have just risen this whole thing up. And because again, I don't know how long these guys will be together. Don't know how long they'll be together. But these are some special players. And this reminds me of the Monaco run. This reminds me of the Monaco run and that special Monaco team. But as good as that Monaco team was, I think that Monaco team just had really good individuals. And of course, a prodigy. This Ajax team plays better for football. Like, I prefer to watch this Ajax team than that Monaco team. You know, that Monaco team would probably beat this Ajax team, but the way these guys play this football, man, and just the way that they just move the ball around, the individual ability of every single player, like from the defender, the keeper, midfielder, attacker, every single player just knows how to play. Every single player just knows how to play. Every single player just has amazing technical ability on the ball. So it's amazing to watch. Those prospects, man. Wow. Those prospects trending, man. Juju, man, they're still trending. Juju, man, they're still trending. They're still trending, man. No, I mean, it's like, this is, no. This, cherish these moments, guys. Cherish these moments because we should cherish these moments. This is why these moments are so great, because if we had these moments all the time, they wouldn't feel special. What makes these moments special is because they are so rare. They're so few and rare bits between. Like, it's like, look, let me be real. There are a lot of people that believe that Ajax would do it. There are a lot of people that believe that Ajax would do it. I mean, look, I'll give a shout out to your boy Deda here as well as many other people. Just that was it. The first time on my head where he said, no, it felt based on how well Ajax played in that first leg, they'll come to the second leg and they'll be able to outplay them and throw them out of the competition. So, and I think for Ajax now, even more so than ever, I believe that they're getting Man City. And I think that's going to be a fantastic game. Oh my God. That's going to be a fantastic game. Ajax Man City, where both teams want to play. Even if I feel like if Ajax will play into Man City's hands, that's going to be a fantastic game. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Do Ajax have the second leg at the crib or not? I just want to know. Do they have the second leg at the crib or not? But I believe that's also going to be a fantastic game. And so, but look, man, for Cristiano, like, I think Cristiano can't. He did all he could. He did all he could. Hat-trick against Atletico Madrid. A goal in the first leg, a goal in the second leg. There's only so much that he could have done. There's only so much that could have done. But you could see the pain in him. It's hot. It's hot. You know, because Cristiano really felt that this was a great chance for Juventus to do it this season. There was a really great chance for them to do it this season. I think he just felt that the team was right, the setup was right, the belief was right, and he felt that based on just the structure and the foundation of the team, he could supply the goals to really get them all the way. But the difference between the Juventus situation and the Real Madrid situation is that at the Real Madrid situation, Benzema contributed, Isco contributed, and your boy Beast Mode also came in clutch and contributed. So even if Cristiano didn't carry a lot of those G's, other guys also contributed as well. This Juve situation is like, does anyone else exist on this team? And did Juventus really believe that Cristiano was just going to score all the goals from now until they lift up the trophy? Because if they did, that's insane. That is literally, that's quite crazy. That's quite a psychotic way to roll. But yeah, I mean, look, Juve cannot have no qualms, but you can't put all the blame on Allegri. Some blame. You have to have a braver approach when you're at the crib. But don't put this all on Allegri. Don't just, because that, so Bonucci gets no blame. The defense gets no blame. De Chilio gets no blame. Let's just be real. There were some poor individual performances from Juventus out there. You can't put this all on Allegri. Yes, Allegri, bro, that approach, being at home, you can't be outplayed and out-thugged while you're at your crib. Come on, bro. That can happen. But look, man, in closing, man, because I've talked, this has been a marathon, man. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. If you're a football fan, you have to love that. You have to applaud that. And if you're a football fan and your team isn't in it, why wouldn't you get behind Ajax? No player was bought for 80, 90 million. They haven't spent billions, which is why that Ajax Man City game is going to be so, it's going to be so intriguing, because it's literally is money against a system and coaching. But why wouldn't you just get behind? Because this is the very essence and purity of football. No money, no cash, no 150 million, 200 million. These are just, we have created, we have coached, we have gone through the system, we have cultivated, and we're not taking our philosophy out there, which is why we always say, people can talk about the big player, huge thing, everything experience. Once the referee blows that whistle, it's you versus me. It is you versus me. My philosophy against your philosophy, and that's how we'll arrive. So, these guys actually did it. These guys actually did it. They really went ahead and they beat them. Maybe miracles do happen. Thanks for watching the video. Now think about becoming a Football Hot patron by pledging an amount each month, and then gain access to exclusive content only on the Football Hot Patron page. Peace. Head over to the official site at halffootballhot.com or just click over here.